Good night, good night, good night, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Vibes Live with your host, Rajiv. I am Rajiv. Just in case you're joining for the first time, you never know who we have or who we'll have new here on the live. So yeah, how we do it, we just give a little 2 minutes to allow people to join the live before we jump down in this. So we have a few things we'll discuss on this live. So yeah, let me see. While we wait, hope you all had a very good weekend. Right now I'm just looking for a few things I wanted to show you all. Hey Sylvan and Angela, good night. Yeah. Before we jump into it is a searching for yeah, this is what I was looking for. Let me just pause this for now. Yeah. So I was just searching for a few things. Yeah, so how are you all this weekend? Hey Bobby, good night. Watching from quite Labre. Welcome to the Vibes. Well, the Sunday Vibes Live. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I was missed last weekend probably. It was two things. It was Father's Day weekend, it was a Labor Day holiday, and I was also celebrating my 1 year anniversary. So with all these things, that's why I couldn't go live. It just so happened that it worked out for Mother's Day. I didn't do a live, so since we moving for equality here, Father's Day I didn't do a live either. But we're back at it right now. Hey Namala and Sean, good night all. By the way, Sean, right? A package came in. I got technically a costume for the end of next month, where we hitting the Anime Expo in Trinidad. So yeah. Spoilers are going as a Jedi. Star Wars reference, yeah. Anywho, welcome all. Hey King Cole, good night. He's celebrating. Oh wow! Well, happy anniversary to King Cole and his wife on whatever anniversary. Well, when I mean whatever, I'm not sure how many years you all are celebrating, but I just wish you many more. And yeah, and I appreciate you taking the time to come in and say hello. And I hope you all have a blessed one and a happier one, and everything. Bobby's asking, how was my weekend? So far, so good. My weekend, I won't lie, it was kind of peace in a sense. Like, okay, so to give an update, one of the live some time ago, as a trailing off thing, I said I was doing a video with AI. Well, yeah, basically I did that this weekend, and it was with ChatGPT, and that was peace, boy. So my weekend was peace, I should say. So yeah. Oh, King Cole, will happy 3 year anniversary to the King Cole family. I just know them as King Cole, and they are a big supporter on the channel. So I'm not even sure their names, if it's because every time I see King Cole, what comes to mind is Nat King Cole, and that just reminds me of Christmas for some strange reason. So yeah, we're 4 minutes in, so I guess we could start this now. Yesterday's video, the Hilton, like I said, the Hilton has been around since like forever as far as I'm concerned. Well, at least in my lifetime. And I was talking to an uncle of mine earlier, and he was saying he remember, because he from up on Morva side, right? And he was saying that he remember it was his uncle or whatnot. They used to go and hunt there in the field, like way back when, before the Hilton purchased the property and built it. And it had been interesting, because I think it belonged to one of the governors of Trinidad at the time. That is before independence. So hey, good night, Susie. And I appreciate you liking the Hilton video, Bobby. I try to do it a little different. Like, I try to give my review of the place, like, in 2023. I mean, is given that is, as I stated in the video, a little dated. If you haven't seen the video, you should go check that out. Yeah, given that, so this is a summary. Given that it's still dated, I still find it's going strong, and that's a testament of like the icon that it is for here in Trinidad and Tobago, because they still have graduations there. I saw somebody in the comments of the video mention that they had their graduation there, and I'm sure a good bit of you all probably went to the New Year's ball there at some point or something, you know. Good night, Rudra. Yeah, let me just drink a little water. Alright, well, happy anniversary to the Coles family, Daly and Tiffany. We wish you many more to come. And yeah, good night for all those who now are joining. So yeah, the Hilton, I mean, like I was saying, even though it was dated, it still, you know, draw a crowd. Like, I know, like in part of the videos, I didn't really capture that aspect of it, because sometimes when I go and film something, if I could help it, I'll try to film it at a time or in such a way to not get as much crowd as possible, because it doesn't know who's want to be on camera and who doesn't, you know. So to avoid these things, I would try my best to limit the amount of people you can capture. And most times I realize like early in the morning is the best time, because people just, you know, move kind of late. So yeah, so like I was saying, I wasn't sure, because I had like 3 videos I was supposed to edit, and I wasn't sure which video to do, because it's how a lot of things that be happening in Trinidad and Tobago, and sometimes I just have a plan, and then other times things just happen and it's be ad hoc and it's cool and it's shift down things. But I'm glad I went with this one, because I just thought it was a timely one. So yeah, and June almost coming to an end. We have one more week and then we into July. Right now I'm actually planning out the July's menu in a sense, you know, because we said we're doing this challenge. The $100 challenge is kind of coming back. I'm not sure how well I'll be able to pull that off, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I'll try on every live in July to, you know, keep you all updated on everything. And well, if you see this in this gear here and clear my throat a little more often, it's just I now came back from a little walk around Nelson Mandela. You know, I kind of start walking to try and lose some weight, because I really want to do the UE half, and I want to beat my old time of 3 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, so I'm gonna start training from like now until then. So I'm not sure how much more curry videos. I mean, I'll still do some in between. And that is the next thing I'm bringing up right now, like in going forward. Hey Shirley, good night. Right, in going forward, next month, because I'll be doing the challenge video, I won't really, well, I won't say I won't really, right? You won't see much food videos. The food videos you will see next month, because I do plan to drop 1 or 2 food videos next month in July. That would have been filmed before the actual month itself. So some will probably be done sometime during the week, and others are filmed already, so it's just to sit down and edit it. Hey, good night to the Carter family. Yeah, boy, Sylvan, I ain't seen Brandon. I didn't see Brandon check in, so I'm wondering where he is. You know, normally he's be the first one to join the live, so I'm missing him as well. So yeah, I'll miss. Okay, so yeah, the grocery list. So any food vlog that you see drop next month in July, note it was not done in July. Well, I think I have one exception, but that is not me doing it. Yeah, so if there are certain rules, I'll give you the breakdown. Like, you know, I'll be trying to stick to surviving on $100 a week, but if other people buying stuff for me, I can't dismiss it in a sense. So in a sense, I'll be cheating. I'm just giving you all the heads up, you know, just to be transparent. But for the most part, I'll try to stick to the budget and what I get at the groceries for each week in the month of July. Hey Anil, welcome. Everything is good for the while, you know. We're prepping for July, June coming down to an end. The next thing about July, we don't have no more holidays in July. You know, us training people is always look out for a long weekend holiday or whatnot. So the next set of holidays will be in August. And yeah, the Hilton experience, like I won't lie, I was expecting I would have liked to get a little waffles and pancakes in a sense at the buffet breakfast at the Hilton. But it didn't have that. It was okay, and it was amazing that the pastries was kind of relative. That was a little bit disappointing to me. Because I expected the pastries to be better than it was. And yeah, somebody so far I've had breakfast at the Hyatt, I've had breakfast at the Hilton, at least in the videos. When we do breakfast at these other hotels, we will continue to rate them, and this is my rating. So right now, out of the two hotels, Hyatt has the best buffet breakfast and Hilton in second place. We'll see how it goes in terms of the rating as we review more hotels whenever we get a chance to really visit these hotels. And yeah, spoilers, I did do a next one that is upcoming next month. I just have to edit it, so look out for that. And another spoiler, it is one of the newest hotels here in Trinidad. So, well, Trinidad and Tobago, well, Trinidad, yeah. So, yeah, and that's more or less some updates. Oh, well, I forgot to, I did send out a community tab, but belated happy Father's Day. I hope your Father's Day weekend, your long weekend in some cases, or I think, yeah, you all in the States would have Juneteenth on the Monday, while we had Labor Day on the Monday last week. So everybody would have more or less had a long weekend. Anybody else who live in any other countries, I hope you all had a great Father's Day weekend last weekend. And I wish all the fathers and potential fathers, many more to come. So yeah. Shirley's asking if any hotel has a Sunday brunch. Yeah, Radisson does have a Sunday brunch, and I think Hyatt as well. It does it? No, it's not. It's not brunch. It's breakfast. No, yeah, Radisson's normally have a Sunday brunch, and I did a Sunday brunch video actually from the Radisson. I'm not sure if any other hotel would have that, to be honest. I mean, hopefully, as we move forward here in Trinbago Vibes, we get to explore these other hotels and we'll see. But for now, the only one I know that do Sunday brunch surely is the Radisson. Hey, Queen Trish, welcome from Kentucky. Big up yourselves. Yeah, I appreciate it for joining us on the live. Bobby's asking, I could get more food. I find you could get more food for your money in the Hilton. Well, yeah. Because I would just went with some bagels and bacon, and well, I had the omelette, and like after a while, after eating a good bit of food, I was good. I was full, and I won't lie, like the pastries kind of was disappointing to me, and that normally is like, all right, that's it, I'm done. Plus the amount of crowd, like I said, I was mentioning earlier, I try to limit the crowd I get. Honest, I can't help it, but I try to limit the crowd, and that's why I didn't really record much in the buffet breakfast at the Hilton. I tried to just stick to the dishes and the food, because it still had people waiting for a table, because the amount of people who were staying there, I think the Hilton has 350 or over 800 rooms. I'm not sure if it's 800, somebody could correct me, or 350. I like to think it's just 350 rooms that they have. Could be more, because the length to reach some of those rooms is like, wow, boy, you had to walk a good bit depending on where. Yes, you see it. And yeah, breakfast included. Yeah, it does mean budget breakfast. I mean, the price was $13.10, which I didn't think was too bad of a price. That's TT. So when you check it, that is like $6.60 per person in a sense. Yeah, which ain't too bad, for one night. Breakfast included. Susie is saying Cascadia has one. So Cascadia is high up on the St. Anne's Road, and one of these days I might check them out. That's our next old hotel here in Trinidad. Yeah. So one of these days we'll check them out. I'd like to do the ones in South, like Paria Suites. They have trade winds, and this one in Claxon Bay, I forgot the name. Anywho, yeah. That one I forgot the name. Oh, Queen Trish is saying they have a terrible storm in Kentucky at the moment, and some people got hit by a tornado and have no power. Wow. Yeah, Shirley, we got what we pay for. Well, hey, I hope that they able to sort out that like nobody's hurt too badly in that tornado, Queen Trish, because I know sometimes like right now we in rainy season here, although this weekend was blazing sun, but yeah, and normally when rain fall in buckets are dropped down here is flood and some people properties get damaged and stuff. So I just hope like as the tornado pass through, not too much lives are lost, and I hope the electrical companies on your end do everything in the power and to restore power to you all. Because I mean, having no power sometimes in bad weather, well, is probably one of the most frightening things you could ever experience. So I hope you all survive and everything, and I hope and pray that not too much people would be greatly affected, or whoever is affected, like relief comes soon. Yeah. Tony Carter, and I assume going to be Nathan. I'm not sure why Nathan. One of these days we'll organize again. Right, so I have a video I would like to play. I'm not sure how this is going to show up on the screen. I'm gonna hop across now. So this is an old video I come across on Facebook. Ooh, yeah. Hey RH, good night. Queen Trish, I really hope you all get back some power. And yeah, check out this. I'm not sure if I have volume in it. Oh.
At the $9.5 million Trinidad and Tobago Hotel, one of our proud achievements, with dynamic and luxurious design,
This was it back in the days.
unique in architecture for its upside-down construction, the Governor General Sir Solomon Choi is greeted by Major General Wolford. The occasion, the opening of a conference vital to Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, this is from the National Archives.
Trump hater Megan Rapinoe and the women's soccer team got some pretty bad news. Yes, they lost in court, but wait till you...
folks, I don't know what went on there.
At the $9.5 million.
So you have to excuse that part there. Sorry about that. I'll try to. Oh, Sean is saying the echo. I forget to walk with my headphone for Sean. I keep saying not to walk with a headphone, so I'll know how things go. But yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the echo again, folks. I'll try and sort out that sometime soon, hopefully. And I'll try and control the volume here. So yeah, so sorry again about that. So yeah, I think more or less. So you see that, just I hope you all saw the beginning of that video. That was the Hilton when it like now open. So some things, at least on the outside, have not changed. The entrance kind of changed but didn't change. I hope you all got the reference when I said upside down hotel, meaning that like most hotels, when you enter the hotel, the lobbies are the base and all the rooms is above it, so you go up right to access the rooms. But this is because it's built in the mountains, and you basically off the Lady Young, you know, go up there, go up to the lobby. The lobbies at the actual top of the hotel, and all the rooms are at the base. So that's why they say upside down. It's because it reversed from the normal hotel, and it's only from what I have researched, it is only 5 hotels in the world is like that. So the Hilton here in Trinidad is one of the 5 upside down hotels in the world. So that is interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that being said, I think I give everybody a little here updates of what is upcoming next week video. well, next week video, like I said, it is going to be a food video. It's going to be, don't mind, you saw sushi in this one, you're going to get more sushi in this one. Some time ago in the community tab, I posted about mild sushi, and if you got a chance to try hard 139 Woodbrook Yard, that was some good sushi. I'm sure you'd have tried some interesting creations there. In any event, I will be doing a review of it come next week. That is the next video. And yeah, so the next video gonna be sushi. Don't mind, it'll be in July, like I mentioned earlier. Yes. Yes, I have to drink water ever so often sometimes, because I not too long came back from a walk. I went and do 2 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers walk. Yeah, I'm trying to get that fitness aspect back in. So eating all everything, I have to get back. Yeah, I had to get back fit and increase my endurance levels a little bit to do 21.2 kilometer race. Is it? Yeah, 21.2. Yeah, 13.1 miles. So yeah. Sean is saying he's currently addicted to nori sushi. So nori sushi, that is the smaller one. It's like a mini sushi, right? Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. I would like to believe that is what Sean is referring to. Right. So that was the Hilton, the next hotel. I'd already told you all. I'll give you the spoilers for that. That will be coming. Hey, Mischievous McQueen, good night. That will be coming after next week's video. So that will be the next 2 videos. So the next video would be a sushi video, and then the one after that, it would be another hotel video or hotel review video, which that one might be fun. Actually, no, I lie. That hotel, the next video is not going to be a sushi video. My bad. I was thinking about dropping it, but then I now changed my mind, because this weekend I did I spent some time with ChatGPT, and that is the next video I'm going to drop. So next weekend you'll see the AI software called ChatGPT and how it could be used here in Trinidad, although I'm sure some of you are already using this right now, this new form of technology, which is pretty epic and somewhat frightening at the same time, if you catch my drift, because basically the software is give back human-like responses to questions or prompts that you may have. So, but I mean, I'll save that for next week video. Yeah, and it got some drumming in that video, plus some steel pan and everything. It's gonna be a nice long one, so I would recommend get some popcorn and thing for next week's video drop, right? So yeah. So Rich is asking, how is the Marriott at Invaders Bay? I always see stuff on Hilton and Hyatt. Well, I did not do it in a review, but if you have visited any Marriott, like internationally or outside Trinidad, it's something similar in terms of the room. At least when my cousin visited and I went and checked him there, I got to see the room. But one of these days, I will do the Marriott. The next video would not be the Marriott's, but it is one of the latest hotels we have on the island. So Mischievous McQueen is saying she's afraid of eating sushi, don't want food poisoning. Well, in my years since I've started eating sushi, which would have been over 10 years now, Mischievous McQueen, I haven't gotten food poisoning from it. And sometimes there's people tell me I have kind of what we call poor guts in a sense. So yeah, take a chance. Sometimes they have, I would recommend, like if you don't want to try the raw stuff, go for the tempura. Tempura means they actually cook it and make it. And like with Miles, a good bit of this stuff is tempura based, so more or less everything is cooked and it's flavored and everything. Anyway, I will not give away that, but you can check out that video come next 2 weeks. So the next video will be ChatGPT, then I'll drop the Miles, then I'll drop the hotel video, and that's basically the first 3 weeks, 3 Saturdays in July. Because you know how we do it. We do it one video every Saturday, every week. So that's basically. Sean is saying he basically don't work without ChatGPT. I understand bro, I understand, because the things you could do on that is wow. So yeah, and what else? What else? Oh yes. So last week video drop was, well, it was, you all finally got to see the curry hopping in New York, and I had the two roti and the doubles and everything. There were, I saw people still recommending some other shops, and we will hopefully, God willing, tackle those sometime in the future. Next time I visit New York again. There were one or two shops that I wanted to try in that video when I was across there, but they were closed at the time I went. And sometimes I don't have the luxury of time, because I'll be there for certain things and I'll try to sneak in a day just to go and visit all these, Trinbagonian based spots. So sometimes the timing is just be a little off. So yeah. So but I think eventually I'll, just like how I will do it here in Trinidad, I'll try everything in New York, or at least all the curry spots, God willing, one of these days. Yeah. Irish is saying, try a California roll or spicy tuna to start. Yes, those are some good starters. Can't go wrong with that mischievous McQueen. And I still recommend trying eel. I know people have a thing against it, and most times it be barbecue eel. Trust me, it is one of the most delicious things you will eat ever. I don't know that, and I think that's why it's expensive, because it getting eel is one of those creatures that you cannot grow in a controlled environment. You actually have to. You can raise the babies, and then you have to release them in the wild, and then go back and catch them. They can't be farmed. Yeah, so that's why, and I think the rate at which the Japanese consume eel is it raising the price, because it's becoming more and more rare in a sense. Sylvan is saying the question, you can tell if it's an AI or human on the other end. Hey, you never know, eh? Tony Carter is asking, well, I'm gonna assume Nathan take over, and that is Tony Carter's son. You'd have seen us do double hopping. He's saying, try a video in Mayaro. You wanna see the beach? Well, one of these days we'll go back Mayaro, but I'm not sure when. But this video upcoming does have the beach in it. Yeah, that's where I was this weekend. So yeah, so you can look out for that. And I bite the bullet, and I actually spent some funds, so I'm feeling a little poor now, but I went and got a new drone, DJI Mini 3. So today was the maidens flight, so look out for that come next week. Yes, in the ChatGPT video. So you'll see all these things. Fresh Kid Steven is, have you ever eaten octopus? Fresh Kid Steven, have you seen the Hilton video I dropped yesterday? You would have seen I've had octopus nigiri. So yes, I have. So yeah. Anywho, right, so you will see more sushi the following week. Next week, ChatGPT. Last week, like I was explaining, we did curry hopping in New York, and whoever recommended Tropical J3, I know a few people recommended there. It was worth visiting to try their doubles. That they actually had a real good doubles. Hey Amy Chang, good night. Thank you and welcome to the vibes, and I appreciate the compliments. We'll try to keep up the good work as best as we can, and till we'll see how things go. So yeah, I just wanted to mention, and the reason why I'm going back to last week's video in New York, because it had one clip I left out, and thanks boy Sean to see on the drone, I appreciate it. Hey bag lady, good night and welcome Montreal. Octopus, yeah, it tastes good. I mean, even if you're eating calamari, that's like a version of it, offspring of it. Welcome to the vibes, and good night. I hope the weather is good on your end. Some people are going through a storm. Some people it's hot. Other people, I know there's some rain. I know in Canada sometimes it still be cold. Well, now it should be getting warmer, hopefully, by you all, I hope. And hopefully I see Canada has come back to Trinidad sometime in September, and they will hopefully have increased flights to Canada, because the prices right now to go there is like wow. So yeah, so back to the story. So while I was at Tropical J3, right, apart from the doubles and the roti, I also got another item, because it's like, not like, it'll be interesting that when you visit these places, for those of you who don't know, they actually have a good bit of Trini stuff there. Like, apart from the plantain chips and the nuts and the chana and the wide variety of Bertie's pepper sorts, and sometimes they have Shirley biscuits, they have tea time. I was like, oh, how did they get tea time, boy? Sean in that comment, yeah, I have 2 Go Pros now. You can mount one of them to the visor for the top down view. Oh yeah. That is the plan, actually, to do those kinds of things and to play around with having 2 of them, Sean. So yeah, don't worry, I've thought about that a good bit. And Sean, we'll have to, at the end of July, right, I'll message you. We'll have to organize and plan what we're doing for the Anime Expo. So yeah. Right, oh, I shift the camera a little bit. Let me shift it back. Oh, the girl octopus. RH, nice. I hear. I mean, down here, that octopus would I get curry dread, because I think we Trinidad people would curry any and everything. Hey Joel, good night. Thank you, I appreciate the compliments. Bag lady, they say oh yes, I forgot about the Quebec wildfires dread. Wow, so the air quality is still horrible up there. I hope they could get those things under control, and I don't know how long it'll take for that to clear up. Because that could be very hazardous to health and breathing and lungs capacity and thing. I hope you all have like air filters and thing in your homes though, because if you could like smell the smoke in the air, that is not good in the long run. I hope they get that under control, Dread. Wow, I really forgot about the wildfires there, boy. Hey Jacob and Nish, curry everything. Yeah, how you mean? Trust me. Once anything, we curry anything, house. Trinidad and Tobago is a place we will curry anything. So yeah. It'd be sad sometimes to see some of the subscribers going through like some hardships and stuff, you know, in different parts of the world. But it's also be a good update sometimes, and sometimes we just have to realize and be grateful for how blessed we are sometimes, you know. Whereas other people going through wildfires, smoke, seeing flames, others storms, the most we get is some heavy rain, I guess. Yeah. Self-on. Anyway, we are just dropping back into this. So the tropical jade thing in New York, when I went, apart from the doubles and the roti I got there, and I was seeing how almost every Trinbagonian place you go in New York, in Queens, they always basically have, you can more or less get everything there. They even have all the chief seasoning and everything. So to be fair, that's why some of their doubles and stuff and roti tend to be good, or as close to home as possible, and in some cases even better. Yeah, because not all doubles is the same, nor roti places. And here in Trinidad, it can vary depending on which part of the country you're in. So yeah, hey Nita Singh, good night. Nita and Faisal, Canopia, I'm happy you all are enjoying it. So I was just talking about tropical jade. I know I keep, if you see me looking down, I'm just looking down at the chat, right? Yeah, there's one national dish of that we don't give enough credit to. Now we know doubles is like the best street food that we have here, at least for me, in my opinion, right? The doubles, the aloo pies, the roti, that is a staple, one of the staples of Trinidadian food, right? Street food. But there's one also dish that we could also consider part of our national dish in a sense, and we don't give it enough credit, but everybody would know it, and that is a pilau, right? Pilau is like, that is another underrated dish that we don't see much people talk about or really have now. Like sometimes a pilau, a good pilau is my go-to, and it's just have everything. You have the rice, seasoned rice. You have sometimes the little peas and carrots in it, depending on what you have, and you have the meat. Such a great thing. So I decided to try the pilau at Tropical J3 in New York at the time there, because I was just curious to see how it would have tasted, and I actually did a video on it, and I'm trying to see if I edited that video yet or if I did not. Looks like, oh yeah, here we go. I found it. So Bangladesh is like, wow, accurate. That's something like, okay, so Bangladesh in the comments, she's saying she's on the 29th floor downtown Montreal, and she's just seeing fire all around her. It's like that meme with the dog in the middle of the fire, and it's like, yes, everything is still okay. I hope it don't come any closer, and I hope they really get it under control. I'm not sure what the government is doing on your end in Montreal to like contain that, or like if people are leaving. I'm not sure. I hope things work out better in the upcoming weeks, Bagley. And yes, pilau is our best dish. Tell you, people like kind of stress pilau. You can't go wrong with a pilau. It is most times it's the easiest thing. Because I remember way back when, like every time we used to go a beach on like Sunday or a family trip to the beach, the most thing, like my mom or my aunt will get up and make a pilau before we leave. And when we reach the beach, like being young, I used to want to run out in the water one time, but I had to eat that food before now and then let it digest for a little bit before you go in the water. So those are some of my memories of a good pilau in those beach trips. Oh yeah, not the fire, the smoke, and that smoke could be worse, right? So that air quality, so I guess is mask you have to be wearing. I don't know how they could combat that smoke. Rich is asking, any plans this year for visiting other Caribbean islands? Not right now. I don't have any plans. I mean, if Caribbean Airlines want to sponsor something, yeah, up for it. But other than that, not right now. I'm not even sure if I'll be flying out again for the rest of the year. Because after this New York trip and Miami trip and investing in another GoPro and drone, it's like, okay, it's time to settle back now and just ride out the rest of the year. So I doubt I'll be visiting. The most I might reach is Tobago, because I would like to go to Tobago at some point in time before the year is over. But other than that, no, not at this point in time. But I mean, you never say never. Yeah, you never know who could sponsor a trip somewhere. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, back to pilau. So I did record trying the pilau at Tropical Jade Tree, but I didn't include it in the video because it would have thrown off the main aspect, which is the doubles and the roti in that one. So seeing that we here on the live, I might as well show it. I'm gonna just readjust this. Don't mind how I'm looking, and don't excuse the thumbnail. Alright, so I'm going to play this video here for you all. And yeah, RH is saying in my local Publix supermarket here in Central Florida. that's, you know, I mean, I've visited Publix sometime, right? Let me just talk about this, right? Arich is saying that, okay, Publix is a supermarket in the States. For those of you who don't know, I'm not sure if they're all over, but I know for sure I've seen them in New York. I've seen them in, I think I see them in Chicago and also Miami and Florida and thing. And he's saying there's an American supermarket, and he has found Matuke's pepper sauce, Shirley biscuits, and Lucozade and Tricks there. That's very interesting, boy. You know, next time I visit the States, and I'll go to Publix and I'll go and look for it just to see if it has it, because that is a very interesting thing, and that's kind of cool, yeah. And you see in Caribbean supermarkets, you could, I think in New York and Florida, you would have more Caribbean markets to get more or less anything you can get back home. And I agree with you. The prices might be a little higher than what we'll pay here, but yeah, other than that, you could get. So that therefore, sometimes you don't have an excuse to not make some good curry, you know. So yeah. Yes, Bag Lady Pilau at the Riverside as well was a nice vibes, especially when we make it by the Riverside. I'll tell you, Pilau you cannot underestimate Pilau. Like, I remember the time I played Mass in town, I played with Tribe. This was back in 2012, right? And Carnival Monday and Tuesday, and I was in the Juve Monday. I went straight to Monday Mass that was about 1 o'clock till about 6, and then the next day from like 8 till 8, 9, 10, somewhere there, going non-stop. And on those 2 days, like, okay, so when Tribe locked down for the lunch hour and thing, they have it's by Jackson Square right in Port Spain, and they had different tents serving different food. So if you wanted barbecue, if you wanted roti, if you wanted doubles, they had all that you could get. Your boy went and eat pilau 2 days in a row, because I know that would have kept me filled. It was good, and I wouldn't have get any problems on the road with it. So that is just some insights on some of my pilau stories as well. And yeah, hey Rion, thanks so much. I will keep up the good work as best as I can. Yeah. Alright, so let me just play this pilau video that I did not include in last week's video. This is from Tropical Jade Tree in New York by 118th and Liberty in Queens. So yeah, so this is this is a nice thing. Sometimes when you hear on the live, you get these tidbits that would not have made it on the main video. I'm gonna try and switch off the mic so they wouldn't get no feedback. So yeah, let me do this.
Right. So we forgot to mention the second popular dish in Trinidad and Tobago, and we don't give it enough credit, right? And that is a pilau. Basically, seasoned rice with some meat.
Pilau. And I saw it there at Tropical Jade number 3, and I was like, why not? Why not have it? I mean, granted, I was slight hungry, and yeah. So just let me show you what you got. Some meat, some rice, some chicken, a little salad there, and this cost $7.50 US. Yeah. So I mean, it's a good bit of food. So pilau. The sticky rice component is it? Wet rice, sorry. It is seasoned well. That peas flavor comes through. And the stewed chicken complements it. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is just a segue for the pilau. Now on to the rest of the curry. Trinbago vibes. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah.
Yeah. So that finished quicker than I thought. It was just like a minute and 10 seconds. Wow. So yeah, the pilau, it wasn't bad at all. Yeah. So it's always be good to find a good pilau as well, and I think I'll have to do a video on pilau one of these days, which I'll take a note of it. Right, so next week on the live, I'll be posting sometime this week in my community tab about if you all want to join me on our workout on a Sunday, like around this time. It'll just be like for within the hour now. Just I'll be posting that is that simple yes or no in the community tabs, because I'll be, like I mentioned 2 weeks ago in the last live, I'm gonna also be doing board games for 1 month to see like how much weight I could actually lose doing that. It's like a interactive workout, but it's like a board game itself, and it's called board games, so you all can look out for that. Well, depending on what the total vote is in the community tab, that is the only time I'll see if I'll do it live on the Sunday, like part of the live I'll do part of the workout, or not. We will see how it goes. It all depends on you all, on what you want to see. We are coming down to the end of this live, so thanks again for all of you for joining me at this time, for taking time off to come and join me on this live, and we could chat a little bit, give you all some updates, hear from you all, because it's be nice to hear from you all and to know sometimes, wow, the good and the bad, know when things are good and just be grateful for it, and when things are bad, say some prayers for you all to get through this everything. Bag lady, the smoke in Montreal, and I forgot it already. And Queen Trish, who's going through a storm at the moment. So we on to the part. Don't worry, we coming down to the end, but now is the anything goes part. We covered Trinbago vibe stuff, we covered Trinidad stuff. So here is always at this point before we leave, before I go, we in the realm of the coming down to the end where anything goes. I went and watched the new Transformers movie last week, the one with Beast Wars in it, and it was real good actually. To me, the past two Transformers movies, like this one here with the Beast Wars in it, I'm not even sure the name of the movie. Well, I can't remember at the moment. But yeah, this one I found it was real good, and Bumblebee, real good. Boy, hopefully this week I'll go take in The Flash. I know that's been bumming right now because everybody hating on Ezra Miller for some stupid shit he said. Naruto fan number 1. Electricity going by you? Not at the moment. I still have power because that's how we, still live right now. So yeah, so far so good on this end. I'm not sure if they'll have scheduled power outages, but most times they'll do that during the day when people are not home. So if power is gone by you, I would suggest you call 800 T-Tech and make a complaint. Or if you have the TNTech app, this is not an ad for it, but if you have the TNTech app, you could also send in a complaint if there's no power, and they'll be notified, and I'm sure there'll be crews heading to work on it. And yeah, let's see what else, boy. The beach, I was in Maracas this weekend, and it was fantastic. It was lovely. Those are tidbits. I know I'll say I don't talk Trinbago stuff, but Trinbago vibes, The drumming that is also taking part in the chat GPT. It is from the drumming festival at Yoruba Square in Port of Spain. Yeah, so that is the Emancipation Committee had a drumming festival. So yeah, and I was able to go in and at least take in the intro where everybody was drumming. That was like fantastic to take in, and it's just be interesting sometimes when you go to record certain things, what you may encounter. Like it'll be amazing. Like even on the beach today, dude robot something playing steel pan there. So and his house I got able to get that. Baghdadi saying she's waiting on my review of The Flash before I go. Well, who knows? I might drop it next week during the coming down to the end where the editing goes section. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Flash because I'm a comic fan, and like regardless of what's going on between the actors and actresses and the studios and all these things, I would like for those comic book movies to continue to succeed, because I've been having a blast. Even the ones that wasn't too well received and whatnot is like, and people might be oversaturated with the comic hero, the superhero genre in a sense. But I mean, I'm enjoying everything, because is since young I've always been reading up stuff on Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, the X-Men, that kind of thing, whenever I could, or whenever I could get my hands on it. And even going into my teenage years, and even now in my adult life, I enjoy these stories. So I would love for them to succeed, and so I'm looking forward to Flashpoint Bag Lady. So we will see how it goes. Hey, Mary Moore, happy Sunday. I'm glad you are able to join me on the deep end, in a sense, where we are about to wrap up. And yeah, Bag Lady, I think Flash would be good, because from what I've been reading from the reviews of people who actually went and see it, everybody's saying it's a good movie. So I'm looking forward to it, for Flashpoint especially, because that was one of the main storylines I read in the original Flash, and it was find a very good storyline and a very good way to kind of reboot the system. So we'll see how it goes, and I appreciate that, Bag Lady. Yes. Like I know, I always like kid with my wife ever so often. It's like, yes, I am awesome. And I came across a quote the other day, which I thought was funny. It's like, everyone can be good, but awesomeness takes practice. So we got to keep practicing, and do our best, and do your best too, because you all are awesome as well, and have that potential. So keep pushing, don't give up on certain things. And when I say don't give up on certain things, I mean, you have to come to a point, certain things you have to realize may not be for you, and move on from there, like acknowledge it and move on from there. But there's other things you could, if is right there and you could achieve it, go for it, But then again, I might be talking stupidness. So yeah, so just take everything with a grain of salt, and it's being nice to know what you are capable of, and sometimes push beyond the limits. But at the same time, you doesn't want to do it at the expense of going beyond your limits, in a sense, right? Or damaging something that you can't come back from. Anyway, I'm rambling right now, and I think that's about it. That's about a wrap, and you all have a epic week. Have a good night. Have a productive one. Be safe on the roads. Be safe out there. For those of you who have some environmental issues going around, I hope and pray things work out and you all fight through it. You will survive it. It will go away eventually, one of these days, hopefully. And yeah, and yes, everyone have a great night. Thank you again for joining me, and thank you all for the feedbacks in the videos. Like when I said leave a comments, that's what I look forward to, getting feedback on it. And yeah, so you all have a great one, and as usual, I'll see you all, God willing, in the next one. Stay safe, stay awesome. My Trinbago by peeps are gone later. King Cool, you and your wife have a blessed one as well, and I wish you all the best in everything. Alright, this time I'm going, hey Susie, good night, have a great week, and we'll see you all next weekend, God willing, as I keep saying. Right, yeah, later. Hey, Mark, boy, Old Tech, good night. I didn't even realize you was here all locked on. Big up. Alright, I'm gone, later.